I'd like to get things started with a rundown of how our program is going to work this evening. If you look on your phones, your iPads, or your tablets, the top you should be able to watch the live stream. On the bottom part, you should be able to continue to bid or check your bids. We expect it to last about an hour, so grab a drink, get comfortable. You are able to bid on all silent auction items right through your phone, your computer, or your tablet. The auction will remain open until 8:30 this evening, so you will be able to continue bidding even after the live stream has ended. When you want to bid, click on an item, enter your bid amount. If you want to set a maximum bid, you can enter it, and your bid will automatically be increased over the next person's bid until it reaches your max. You will get text messages to keep you up to date on your bids. Raffle tickets, coffee, and Sponsor Now purchases will be added to your cart for checkout at the end of the night. Click the Raffle/Sponsor button to see them. There are three buttons that are on there that are important. One is Donate Now, one is Silent Auction, and the third one says Raffle Sponsor. The Raffle Sponsor button will get you to our 3 raffle items, which we had as a fishbowl in the past. These numbers are located on your phone from 800 to 805. To purchase raffle tickets, click on the item that you would like to bid on, enter your quantity. If you put a quantity of 1 in, you will get 10 tickets or 15 tickets. If you put 10 in, you will get 100 tickets and be paying for 100 tickets. So make sure you get the correct amount. There are 3 items with ticket purchase options. One is the Apple AirPods Pro, valued at $250. There's a $300 REI gift card, which can be used in their stores, online, or for any of their excursions. And we have a gift tree valued at $250. The winners for the raffle items will be drawn at the conclusion of the event. Once again, that is under the Raffle Sponsor tab on your phones. You'll also notice in that tab there's Sponsor Now items. SewHope is in need of desks, chairs, laptops, and supplies to furnish a new school that is under construction. With your support, we are also hoping to purchase Chispa stoves, solar lights, seeds and fish for our programs, and of course, chickens. It seems right now chickens are our most popular item, so if you could please continue with the chickens, but also click the other items. We also have a big item on our list, a new truck for the program. If anyone would like to step up, that sponsor number is 811. If you're interested in sponsoring those items, you can do so right from your phone. Once again, checkout for all those items will take place at 8:30. If you have any issues tonight with technology, please text us at 419-297-4864. Once again, 419-297-4864. Please sure to stay tuned throughout the event. Everyone who is watching tonight is registered for one of 12 door prizes, which we are raffling off, and we will announce the winners at the conclusion of the evening. The door prizes are an assortment of jewelry, prints, original artwork done by Dr. David Mallory, and a Vitamin Shop gift card. You are automatically entered into the door prizes just for registering with our program. Now I'd like to introduce the first speaker of the evening, someone who really needs no introduction. You all know her. She's the heart and soul of SewHope, as well as its founder. Let's welcome Dr. Ann Ruch.
Hi, everyone. In addition to this being our first virtual event, this is our first international event. Our team, our staff from Guatemala are here tonight, so I just want to say bienvenidos to them. So, having just come back from Guatemala 3 weeks ago, I'm really so very grateful to each of you for this outpouring of support tonight. I've just witnessed all the ways that your generosity is giving hope and easing the burden for hundreds of Guatemalan people. Of course, while I was down there, Gloria Begansky and her team were, as always, spending late nights preparing for tonight. There are never words to adequately thank them. Gloria, who has led these fundraisers for the last 11 years, has never even been to Guatemala. She is never the one featured in the Facebook pics and never the one who gets to experience the life-changing moments that come with sharing your life with God's poorest. But she has the kind of gentle and true humility and kindness that not only enables her to put in innumerable hours, but attracts others to join her in doing the work that doesn't get a lot of notoriety. And this year, God has graced us with 2 incredible new staff members Emily Osborne and Cecilia Chowdhury, who could be working in much more lucrative work, but have chosen instead to listen to God's call to use their gifts for his people in greatest need. I would also like to thank all of our board members who worked so diligently on this all year, both here and in Guatemala. On March 6, 2020, just a year ago, 330 of us were all together, sharing food, laughing, hugging, dancing, bidding on auction items shoulder to shoulder, fully unaware of what was soon to come. A week later, our country went into lockdown, and we learned that Dr. Dave Mallory, who had just given us his usual words of great inspiration, was in a near-death situation from COVID. On hearing this, many of us were in shock, and boy, we prayed harder than we had probably prayed in a long time. With God's loving grace, Dave recuperated, but for many months to come, we all learned of more and more of our loved ones suffering, and we spent months watching people living and perhaps dying in isolation. I'm sure, like myself, many of you have had bouts of depression, feeling isolated, a constant feeling of uneasiness. Will I lose my mom, my job, my grandma? Will I ever get to hug the people I love? But through it all, there was always an element of hope. Hope that our politicians would come through for us, hope for a vaccine, hope that we would have the resources to ultimately rise above this. But imagine living in a country like Guatemala this past year. They all knew at the outset that if the virus were to spread there, it would mean rapid death and devastation. They have no real ICUs, almost no functional ventilators, no COVID cocktails at their fingertips. And so they had an extreme lockdown. If you turned positive, a policeman sat outside your house and you didn't leave for 2 weeks. And all schools were closed. Not like here where there was virtual learning, but there was no learning. And so yes, there was almost no spread of the disease and very, very few deaths. However, their economy and their meager way of living was devastated. People who previously made $13 a day were now making nothing. People hung white flags outside their homes to show that they were at their end, facing starvation, begging their neighbors to help. And then thinking it could get no worse, the country was rocked by not one, but 2 hurricanes. Massive floods and mudslides wiped out entire villages. We would get regular emails describing the devastation, and somehow our previous best-made plans seemed meaningless. But rather than resigning ourselves to saying that we would have to put things on hold until the pandemic ended, we pivoted and quickly made new and greater plans. Suddenly, feeding people became a much greater priority. We sent down thousands of meals and thousands of dollars, which bought food for hundreds of families, and that effort was multiplied enormously. When local churches and other organizations saw what we were doing, they too joined in, and our clinic became a hub for local support. Our teachers went to the families' homes on a daily basis, checking on them and giving the children work so they wouldn't fall behind. And we debated about whether we should go ahead with plans for our school construction and ultimately decided yes, for sure. We trusted that God would provide and hoped that once the pandemic ended, we would have a beautiful school ready to go. It would also provide employment during this devastating time. I've been struggling with what I could say tonight in just a few minutes that would give you a glimpse of how your generosity is really impacting lives. Finally, on the last afternoon of my trip this past Monday, I saw what I needed to tell you. Throughout the trip, I had been really busy working on our cervical cancer prevention program, but I wanted to be sure to find time to meet with some of the moms of the children in our program before I left. Little did I know that over 70 would show up on this beautiful sunny afternoon. They had all been watching our new school go up, and I think many are anxious, wondering which children will be chosen to attend. I was sure they were there because they have a dream for a better life for their children. So I got up and pointed to the building and said, as all of you can imagine, building a school like this is a tremendous financial cost. And it is because of the generosity of so many people here in the United States that this school and all of our other programs are happening. And then I really looked at them and said, do you ever wonder why they do it? Why they care about you? Why they think this is worthwhile? I said, I think they do it for the same reason I do. That I've had a life where a lot of doors were opened, and I was granted a wonderful education, and that changed everything for me. I told them that my own parents were immigrants, and that neither of them went beyond primary school. When I said that, they all seemed incredulous, straining to listen. I told them that my parents didn't have much money, but what they did have was a dream that I would have a different kind of life, and that I had a faith in God that would provide if they did their part. Their expectations for me were high, but so were their dreams. I told them that we believe that their children are deserving of those same opportunities, that their daughters shouldn't have to have babies at age 14 and then be left abandoned with a family before they're age 20 because their husband had to go off to the United States desperately looking for work. I told them that I have personally witnessed how intelligent their children are, how they are learning at extraordinary speed with the computer programs that we're offering them. I've never had such an attentive audience, moving to the ends of their seats, nodding and straining to listen. I had to hold back tears when I looked into their eyes. Most of them had never been given a chance. Most of them live in chronic anxiety and pain and desperation, aging and dying prematurely. But they looked at me like, is this true? Are you telling me that my kids might not have to live like this? You think my kids are worthy? Your friends in the United States really care about us? At the end, one woman raised her hand and tearfully gave a little speech telling me to thank all of you for your love and kindness. At this event 2 years ago, a couple in this audience gave us a $60,000 check to start this school. Their faith in us propelled us to take our dreams and make them happen. It was a process getting this school going, as you can imagine, especially with so many obstacles from the pandemic. But it should be completed this summer, and we plan to start classes there next January. Tonight, our hope is to raise at least $150,000 to complete the school and complete all of our other programs for this year. Right now, at the beginning of this event, we've already raised $72,000, and I thank you all so much for that. Although we're focusing on the school tonight, our other programs are in full force. I want you to know that our cervical cancer program is moving ahead. This year we plan to screen 2,000 women. So be assured that we are not just throwing money at an insolvable problem. People just need a start. Hope that their children are not destined to a life of poverty. Hope that they can receive nutritious food, clean water, basic health care, a home free of wood smoke, and one that has lights after 6 p.m. when the sun goes down. Just a start that lets them know that we are on their side, that the prayers that they give to God are being shared with people who have the means to lighten their load. Thank you, each one of you, for reaching out to strangers, strangers whose lives have hope because you have chosen to care. So now I'd like to introduce Dr. Dave Mallory. Dave is one of the most beloved and respected physicians in our city and has been a huge supporter of SewHope. He would like to share with you how his time in Guatemala was life-changing and why he thinks SewHope is worthy of your support.
Hello, I'm back. Thank you for all the prayers that you gave for me when I was sick. But now everything is good, and we're settling down to do some work tonight. Over a decade ago, I encountered SewHope for the first time by attending my first annual fundraiser. I didn't know what to expect. That night, I heard Ann speak, and I talked to numerous people who were there in attendance. They talked about their ideas and dreams that they would like to accomplish, which included clean water, better nutrition, cervical cancer prevention, and improving the health of the community. Education may have been a long-term goal, but an actual school was beyond the dreams of everyone there. I was inspired by the optimistic message, and I decided to go on my first ever mission trip. Later, in Guatemala, I witnessed the poverty and the many needs of the indigenous population. Each day as we worked in the clinic, numbers of people, sick people, showed up. Their needs were many, and they patiently waited all day for a chance to be seen. Long afterward, after the clinic closed, our small group gathered in a circle in the cool night air to sit and debrief. As we discussed what we had seen and the stories we had heard, we sometimes cried. And then we prayed for strength and the will to find a way to reach out and help. The experience changed my life. It gave me a different perspective. It planted a seed of love deep in my heart for this organization Each year, that love grows as we accomplish more goals than at one time were not thought possible. The answers to all those prayers that we said as we sat in the group. Now SewHope is nearing the completion of its most ambitious project, which is the completion of a school. The school that will use education to provide knowledge and opportunities and hope to this community. From my perspective, the best path to success in future generations has always been through better education of the children. Most of the children in our area come from poverty. These children are malnourished and underweight. They live in a gravel pit. Reaching them was a priority. At our school, students will receive a hot meal every day, and most often that's the only meal they'll get. Obviously, children learn better when they aren't hungry. This girl received glasses. It really improved her ability to read. She never stopped smiling. Sometimes the smallest gifts can make a difference. Our school has a small library for children, and in many, it's their first time to be able to borrow a book and take it home and read it with the solar lights we provide. The school provides socialization for the children and the ability to work together as they learn. Despite their poverty level, it seems like many of them seem happier and more relaxed in this environment. Children at risk have access to monthly treatment with fluoride dental varnish. This is actually my youngest daughter, Emma, who came on a mission trip in high school. Note how cooperative the children were to have this treatment. They realize its benefit. I was able to teach one of the first art classes, and many students painted rainbows. This little boy told me, hope, the rainbow symbolized hope after the storm, which is how he felt when he came to school. This boy is very talented. Remember, talent is global, but opportunity isn't. But we're trying to change that. And this is Ezekiel, a student that our family sponsors, a real charmer and very intelligent. He even showed me how to harvest the hibiscus that is grown in the school gardens that is used to make tea. Here's one of our volunteers, Jane Scon, working with the students and drilling them on math. Look at the joy in their faces. They really enjoy learning. And these are the 4 children that our family sponsors. Imagine how this can grow once we occupy our school and expand. In conclusion, these children deserve a chance and are the future of the Guatemalan community. In supporting them, we show them we care and that they are important to us. And in doing this, we benefit from the experience. This gives them comfort and sows a seed of hope in their hearts that they can become educated and break the cycle of poverty while promoting independence to finding a better future.
Hi, I'm Bethany Wyrick, and I'm a trauma physician assistant at Toledo Hospital. About 10 years ago, I was fortunate enough to spend a week in Guatemala on a SewHope mission trip. At the time, I was a junior in undergrad studying to be an EMT. While in Guatemala, my responsibilities were diverse. They ranged from obtaining vital signs on patients in the clinic and applying fluoride varnish treatments to holding a health fair and accompanying Dr. Ruch on home visits in the community. And my favorite assignment, interacting with and playing soccer with the local kids. The work that I was a part of was awe-inspiring and unforgettable. And in the past 10 years, SewHope has evolved into such a positive and influential organization thanks to your donations of time and money. My favorite aspect of SewHope is that at its core, it is unlike the typical mission trip. Time after time, SewHope returns to the same area in Guatemala, strengthening its people through their many programs. They not only diagnose and treat diseases, but also focus their work on preventive health care and education so that the Guatemalans can develop skills for a lasting, healthy, and sustainable community. Since our trip, my father has remained very active in SewHope, and I have done what I can while I was completing my own education. This year, my husband and I have decided to sponsor a child for the first time, and we are very excited about that. I encourage you all to help out SewHope as you are able, whether it is time or money. Even the smallest donation can make a difference.
Hi there, my name's Sarah Bennett, and I'm a first-year resident at UPMC Magee Women's Hospital in Pittsburgh, and I had the blessing of getting to go with SewHope to Guatemala in February of my 4th year of medical school. And I can only express how grateful I am to Dr. Ruch and the whole team to letting me go, both as a learner of medicine and also just as an experience that really I felt grew me as a human being. The organization was really a shining example of how meaningful partnerships are with the community that you intend to serve in order to best meet their needs. And in particular, I made really lasting friendships, I hope, with the providers and team there. I got the chance to go to Tikal with the school children one of the weekend days and had a true blast. They're such an incredible group of young people that I think just have bright futures. And I am so grateful to SewHope for the chance to have gotten to go, and I hope that in the future I get the opportunities to go and also serve some more, hopefully this time instead of a medical student as a physician. So thank you to everyone involved at SewHope, and I wish you guys all the best.
Hi there, my name is Amy Ramaklis. I live in Atlanta, Georgia. I've been involved with SewHope since 2015 when I went down for a 10-day trip to help set up the new health clinic at the time, and then I spent the week volunteering as a registered nurse. Shortly after my trip, my husband and I found out that we could sponsor a child. So we have been sponsoring now Alex actually for the last several years. I think we're up to 4 years. I just want him to know that we love him, we care about him, we pray for him on a regular basis. We hope that the experience that he's having at SewHope will have a positive impact on his life, and we know that it will. We are very blessed and appreciative that we get to be a part of this amazing program.
Hello, my name is Melinda Rakesmith. I'm a nurse anesthetist, and I wanted to comment about SewHope and what it means to me. I went to Guatemala a few years back in 2008 with Ann Ruch and Randy Ruch in the SewHope organization, and I can tell you that it was an awesome experience. They really do practice what they preach. So, I looked up the word sow, and it means to join together. S-E-W, if you look at S-O, it means to plant. And that's exactly what they're doing. They're planting hope, and they're joining people together. Please donate to this worthy organization. I donate every month $50, and I wish I could do more. This is a worthwhile organization, and I encourage you to donate today. Thank you.
Hello, my name's Gary Collins, and I'm a pediatrician in Toledo, Ohio. I've been working with SewHope for more than 10 years and have made more than a dozen medical mission trips to Guatemala. During those trips, I've seen the poverty of the people who we serve, and I've been inspired by the spirit of those people. SewHope nurtures that spirit through its medical, educational, and public health programs. Anthropologist Margaret Mead once said, "Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has." I'm inviting you to join our mission and help us change the world. Thank you.
My name is Meredith, and I've been very fortunate to have spent time in Guatemala at the SewHope Clinic on 3 separate occasions. Each time I go, not only am I inspired by the children's eagerness to learn in the after-school program, or the patient's willingness to travel hours in order to receive high-quality and trustworthy health care, but I am most inspired by their strong sense of community and faith. When in Guatemala, I learned that poverty is not just economic. I learned that there is also poverty of community and poverty of spirituality. Through a strong sense of community and faith that continues to be fostered by SewHope Guatemalan staff, I grew into the person that I am today. I truly believe that if we all contribute to the efforts of alleviating one another's forms of poverty, whether that be spiritually, communally, or economically, the world will be a better place for the future generation of children to come.
Hi, I'm Chetty. I have been traveling with SewHope to Guatemala since 2007 as a cytotechnologist with their cervical cancer program. I'm involved in screening the Pap slides, but more importantly, I work with those in the clinic to try to improve their processes so that they can support a sustainable Pap program and the women of Guatemala can have the same quality of care that we have here in the United States. I so believe in the efforts of SewHope because when I'm there, I see the donations going to support projects that SewHope has started. And I feel so grateful and privileged that I am able to travel there and meet the people and see all these wonderful changes. The people that work there at the property are so committed and they work so hard and come up with amazing ideas of how to make improvements. So please, donate. They've had a hard year, but they didn't give up, they had hope. So please donate so that they can continue their work. Be part of the change. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Rachel. I worked for SewHope for almost 3 years, so I've been on the trips and I've seen all the behind the scenes that you can imagine. So I know this. What makes real positive change in a community is when local, passionate people dig in to make their community rise. And that's exactly why SewHope is successful and what makes it thrive. The women and men who run SewHope's day-to-day operations in Guatemala love God, love their community, love their work, and they love each other, and it shows. So whether you are hearing about SewHope for the first time tonight, or you've been a long-time donor, or you've been on a trip yourself and you can attest to what I'm saying, just know this. It is a blessing to support a team that shows up every day with energy and excellence to make lives better for the people around them.
I went on a SewHope mission trip with my dad when I was a senior in high school, so I was pretty young and limited in what I was able to help with. However, one of the tasks I could do was give fluoride treatment to the kids to help protect their teeth. And I remember coming to these events when I was younger and wondering why it was so rare for me to see one of the kids smile in their pictures. And then when that first kid opened up his mouth, I understood, because his teeth were just in decay. It quite literally looked like he put them in Coca-Cola for 2 weeks and then stuck them back in his mouth. And that was pretty common to see amongst the kids that I treated. And all I could really think about was how painful it must be for them to eat and how this can affect their health in the long run. And it made me realize how much I take for granted simple things like clean water and a toothbrush. And it made me realize how much I have and then how much I can give back and continue to give back through this organization. Because this experience has stayed with me ever since. And it's changed the way I view the world, and it's changed the way that I view myself. And I just hope that someday soon, when I'm out of college, that I can go back down there and continue to help.
Hi, my name is Ryan Mallory, and I'm an interventional cardiology fellow at Indiana University. I was fortunate enough to be a part of a mission trip with SewHope to the Petén region of Guatemala a little over 10 years ago during my first year of medical school. The experience was very memorable and rewarding. The bulk of my responsibilities were evaluating patient samples to see whether they were infected with parasites, as well as translating for patients in the clinic. Once we discovered how high the parasite burden was, we were able to dispense medications to everyone, which significantly improved their quality of life. Besides having a unique experience of working with my father, one of the most memorable aspects of the mission trip was how organized the program was. They were not built to be a feel-good trip that helped out 1 week a year and left, but rather they had ambition to be a sustaining presence that would help the people of Guatemala for years to come. My father has remained involved with SewHope and the organization, and almost a decade later, it has grown and continues to positively impact the lives of Guatemalans every year, and now not just through medical interventions. They now are providing education to give Guatemalans advantages that we take for granted in our community. However, they can't be as effective as they have been without the support of our community to help fund their efforts, to buy medications, fund the education center, farming efforts, and cancer screening. This is an amazing cause that I plan on donating to this year, and I encourage you all to do so.
Well, thank you. That was wonderful. So nice to hear from SewHope supporters all over the country. The advantage of having a virtual event was that we can meet with all our friends from over the country. We don't have to be in Toledo. Thank you for those who sent the videos in, and thank you to Ann and David for being such great examples of what it's meant to serve others. Don't forget to purchase your raffle tickets. We have 3 items up for grabs, and they will be announced. The winners will be announced at the end of the program. Once again, the raffles sponsor ticket. Seems like I've created a problem. Seems like my chicken announcement earlier has completely slowed down the sale of chickens. I didn't mean to do that. Please buy the chickens as much as you can. They seem to be a great item, popular. I do want to clear one thing up. The chickens will not be delivered to your house. They will stay with the people in Guatemala. You'll have to find your chickens for your home at another place. I want to take a moment to thank all our numerous sponsors. Many of them were scrolled on our live feed throughout the night. You'll find those listed in the auction page. With their support, as well as support of over 210 donors all over the country, we started the evening out raised over $72,000. We're well on our way to meeting our goal. Our presenting sponsors this evening are Sylvania Graphics, Dave White Chevrolet, Robert and Kathleen Kaloji, and Anthony and Rachel Novakovic. Thank you to all our sponsors and everyone who's helping us. It means a lot to every little bit. We also want to thank Dan and Don. Don't forget, they're always a big part of our event. They have provided us with a half an hour of live music that we will show at the end of the evening. So get your Bluetooth speakers out for your computer because you don't want to miss that. Continue to bid and listen to Dan and Don. We have a couple more presentations. For now, I would like to reintroduce Roxanne Ward. Roxanne is a 3rd grade teacher at McGregor Elementary and has been a SewHope board member for 7 years. She is currently the chair of the Education Committee, which is no small task. She coordinates all the student sponsors, has regular calls with SewHope teachers like Zahner and Singley, and she does hours of work behind the scenes, helping make sure the program is equipped with what it needs and runs smoothly. Please join me once again in welcoming Roxanne Ward.
Good evening. Thank you so much for being here. I just want to say what a year 2020 was. Oh my gosh. You wanted to go out to dinner, you had to get to go. You went to Costco to get toilet paper, that wasn't going to work either. It really has been difficult. But as you know, I'm a teacher, and it's been an interesting year for teaching as well. I teach my lessons, many of them on Zoom calls, and that has been really fun and different for me. And also, I wanted to let you know that in my school that I teach at, 2 out of 3 students receive free breakfasts and lunches. And when we were going to be going virtual and have nobody in live at school, we had to figure out how to provide meals for those children. So what we did is we were able to get families to come and pick up food for their children so that everyone would have some nutritious meals to eat. And I think about the families that I serve in Toledo, and I just know that it's been difficult. Families have had to work at home, manage their Zoom calls, manage the Zoom calls of their children, just making sure they're getting online. So it was very stressful. And they also had to check and see if they had enough bandwidth. So we were having dinner with some friends on Zoom, and we were all talking about different things that have been happening. And we thought, my gosh, we have got to get out of our zip code. So I was thinking about that in terms of Guatemala, and I was thinking, okay, they have had the same pandemic, and then they've had 2 hurricanes. So let's think about comparing. So the first thing I want to say is I have every student with a device that goes home with them every day. So when we aren't in school, they are able to Zoom in with me. In Guatemala, that's not how it works. We don't have one-to-one devices there, and there's no electricity to charge the computers at their homes. So instead, our very dedicated and caring staff spent hours delivering packets of information to the families and checking on their health, and it was just amazing, all the work that they did. Then in Toledo, we were giving families food, they just needed to come pick it up. In Guatemala, there were starvation flags. So what we did is we were able to deliver, as Ann mentioned, lots of food to the families of the children in the program and so many others. And then when I think about the stress level, I think about the stress level of someone here, and it's really nothing in comparison. If you cannot have your basic needs like food, shelter, water met, clean water met, then it's very, very difficult for you to function. And so it's super stressful there. Seems like a lot of doom and gloom, but I just was thinking that I was saying before, what a year 2020. Now I'm going to say, what a year 2021. Oh my gosh. There is so much on the horizon in SewHope, and we just are so excited about this new school opening. The great thing is we're going to be able to service more students. We'll be hiring more teachers, which will contribute to the local economy, and we'll be introducing a lot more technology. So we are going to need many things. One thing is we need to equip our school with lots of desks, computers, and supplies. We'll need salaries for some of the families. We'll need supplies for the school. And I think about, well, how would that work here? Well, okay, we put a levy on the ballot and we pass a levy, or we use the tax money that's already there. Well, in Guatemala, for our program, a lot depends upon your generosity. And thank you so much for all the generosity that you have shown us in the past. So I was talking to you about the zip code, but I want to say that normally I get a chance to meet with lots of you at the table with all those children, their beautiful pictures and their smiling faces, and I get to tell you about all the opportunities that they've had and all the amazing things that they have done in the year. And I also want to say that we always want to extend our appreciation to you for your sponsorship, because we're changing one child at a time, but sometimes there's more than one child in the family that goes to the school. So, in a sense, we're changing families' lives, and so I really want to thank you for that. Now, we're talking about thinking and moving out of our zip code. Well, tonight, I'd like to challenge you. I would like you to come with me and help those 2,700 miles away. And the cool thing is you can do it right from your zip code. So here's what you need to do. I'd like you to consider clicking on the Raffle sponsor tab in the left-hand side of your screen. If you go to items 806 to 811 and 820, you would be able to choose some things that we need for our school, and then you could sponsor those, and that would be amazing. The other thing, if you'd like to try to sponsor a student, you can go to the SewHope website and go to get more involved, and then you can sponsor a student from there. So many of you have so many talents, and we are always looking for people to help us, so you could leave a message for us there as well. So I just want to challenge you and thank you from the bottom of my heart and from everyone here and the staff in Guatemala and all the students for all the support you have given us over so many years. Thank you so much for that. Now I have something really great to share with you. We have a video that has pictures of the school and some additional testimonies of people who realize that their story of their life has changed because of SewHope. So enjoy.
My wife and I have been going to the SewHope fundraising event for a few years now, and I think it was the first year we decided to sponsor Elman. It's been great to watch him grow.
I think we sometimes forget how fortunate we are in this country to have our everyday basic needs. Food, water, healthcare, education. And these are just some of the things that SewHope is providing to these communities in Guatemala. We are just fortunate that we have the opportunity to sponsor a child and give them a chance at a great education in and outside the classroom.
By sponsoring Elman, we were able to help provide textbooks, uniforms, school supplies, and many other things to give him the best chance possible to succeed. We're just so grateful to be a part of SewHope and the many amazing things they are doing.
Hi, we are Barb and Tony Lane, and we are so proud to be sponsors and involved with the SewHope family. We have seen over the past several years all the great work that SewHope has done in building the Women's Health Center and upgrading the schools, providing meals and clothing and stuff to the kids in Guatemala, and we are just very, very proud to be a part contributors to this wonderful organization.
Yes, and besides contributing to the building projects and the educational projects, we're just very, very happy to be a sponsor to the young kids down there that we've been able to sponsor through the years. I think we get as much out of it, if not more, than they do.
And we want to take a minute just to say hi to Melvin, who is the child that we're currently sponsoring.
Hi, Melvin.
Thank you again for your support. I hope you enjoyed the video. Now it is my pleasure to introduce another video. Ann and Randy just got back from Guatemala, and while they were there, they had the distinct pleasure of working with a videographer there. His name is Julio Ocheta, and they were able to meet with him, and he was able to capture some amazing video from Guatemala. So enjoy.
Hi, my name is Randy Ruch. I'd like to spend a few minutes talking to you about some of the non-medical things we do at SewHope. When I first started coming to Guatemala on medical mission trips with my wife Ann about 20 years ago, I was dumbfounded by the horrible poverty and terrible living conditions of many people here. In 2006, when we started SewHope, we knew we had to do more of the medical care to address people's health in a holistic way. So I'm going to describe a few of those ways, those projects, if you will, that we put under the umbrella of public health. As you can see in the background, we have about 4.5 acres here that we grow many things, fruits and vegetables, things like melons and peppers, cucumbers, papaya and squash. And those foods are used to added to the kids' meals for their lunches, to provide them some additional nutrition. The vegetables and fruits we sell in the market. And also, though, the kids and the parents help grow those vegetables, so they learn how to grow the vegetables themselves, okay? And many of the families now have home gardens in their backyards. So that's been a real success. One of the newer innovations that we put in was a drip irrigation system that really helps save water and save a lot of labor for Elder and Marcelo, the two men that work on the agricultural products. No longer do they have to carry water to the plants, but they also they now can just let the water just drip and irrigate the plants automatically. It's really great. Another thing that we grow here are fish. So we have 3 tilapia tanks here, and those fish are grown from very small fish. We start with about 1,000 small, tiny fish, and Elder and Marcelo raise those fish up to about the size of a pound, and those fish then are sold in the market. They're also added to the kids' meals for nutrition. And again, the families and the children learn how to do these things so they can go back one day and do it on their own. We also grow a lot of chickens here. Past year, we raised about 200 chickens. Those chickens, again, are raised by the children and the families, and then those chickens provide food for the children and the families, the eggs and the meat. We also sell those chickens in the market again, and we get a nice price for those. So again, that's another thing that we do here as part of our broader view of public health. We also do things in the homes to try to help them improve the homes. So we have some clean burning stoves called chispa stoves. And those use very little wood. They're very efficient in their use. They're safe. The children aren't in danger of getting burned. There's no indoor air pollution. There's a lot less wood consumption that costs the families less money, creates less air pollution. It saves the forest from being deforested. And those have been a tremendous innovation and useful for the families as well. So we also have some new innovations, solar lights. Many of the families don't have electricity, so they don't have lights, and they have to use kerosene burners or candles, and that costs money, and they're dirty, and also they're very dangerous. Those things tip over, sometimes start fires. We've seen many children with burns, terrible scars from burns. So by providing them with a solar rechargeable lamp, they can do work at night. The children can study. They can have some family activities in the evenings when it gets very dark. And it gets very dark early here in Guatemala. Another way that we help the families is with clean water. Many of the families don't have good sources of clean water. They get their water from groundwater sources, which is very dirty and obviously very unhealthy. So we do this in two ways. We provide them with filters called eco filters, which are sufficient for a single family. We also have larger units that we provide to communities. These are filters that can serve over 300 families. And so those are just a few of the innovations that we've brought into our public health programs over the years. And so, like medical care, those things can greatly improve the health of the whole person and the families. Thank you for watching my video and supporting SewHope.
Hello, friends. Thank you, Randy and Roxanne, for educating us on some of the amazing work that is being accomplished in Guatemala. Truly inspiring. This is your last chance to purchase raffle tickets for the Apple AirPods Pro, the REI gift card, and the gift card tree. We will pull those winners in approximately 2 minutes. I'm happy to report the chicken sales are back on schedule, right where we planned. Several of them were disappointed in the lack of sales earlier, but we're right back where we planned, and so we're good in that. We're good in that regards. No, the chickens are not part of the door prizes either. I know you're hoping to get a chicken for a door prize, but they're more valuable than that. All right, door prize winners. We have, I think, 12. First door prize winner, Kim Schulish. Congratulations, Kim. Mary Nowacki. Thanks for your support, Mary. Aaron O'Connell. Thank you, Aaron. Stacy Schumacher. Congratulations, Stacy. Barbara Owens. Thank you, Barbara. Mary Gross. Thanks, Mary. Roseanne Ciesla. Thanks, Roseanne, all the way from New Hampshire. You're a winner. Lisa Craig. Thank you, Lisa. Stephen Collier. Thanks, Stephen. We do have a male winner that we want to thank the male winner. Female-oriented program. Sorry about that. It's 2021. We should be better than that. Hillary Archbold. Thank you, Hillary. Jennifer Ferguson. Congratulations, Jennifer. And our last winner, and it is a male. Thank you. Jeff Schoen. Congratulations, Jeff. In one moment here, I'll have the raffle winners as soon as they bring it up to me. Once again, thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Dan and Don, half an hour, Dan and Don. Get your speakers hooked up. Randy, Roxanne, David, congratulations. Nice job. Winner, first winner. Oh, this is a familiar name. AirPods Pro. Chetty Smith. Chetty's been a big part of SewHope for many years. Uh-oh, the fix is in. REI $300 gift card. Should be a Bagansky, but it's not. It's Emma Mallory. Oh boy, David was back there strong-arming the guy pulling the tickets, I think. And the gift tree, Renew Keelhorn. I hope I said that right, Renew, and I hope someone spelled that right. Congratulations, Chetty, Emma, and Renew. Follow your directions in your phone for pickup of your items. We'll get them to you as soon as possible. All right, we have one last video for tonight. This is a Guatemalan video, and then Ann will conclude our night prior to a half an hour of Dan and Don. Once again, thank you for attending, and thanks for all of you that bought a chicken.
Back to 10 years ago, and we put a lot of effort into short-term trips, and with not a lot of changes. And I think of all the amazing things that have happened now, the amazing people that have come forth with ideas and talent and donations and sharing the same hope that we have, I'm just astounded at what has happened.
Somos una asociación sin fines de lucro que nos basamos en el amor de Dios para transformar en salud, oportunidades y educación a las familias de Petén de Guatemala.
Trabajar en SewHope ha sido una grata bendición porque me ha permitido forjarme como persona humanista, a la vez con capacidades para poder ayudar a muchos niños de escasos recursos y forjarlos en principios y valores.
Esta institución ha apoyado a muchos niños, puede decirse especiales, muchos niños que no han tenido la oportunidad de estudiar, donde esta institución ha brindado el apoyo para que los niños puedan seguir adelante estudiando, y tal vez los padres no han tenido la oportunidad de poder ingresar a los niños a un colegio, y esta institución ha dado el apoyo a muchos niños para que continúen y el sueño de ellos sea hecho realidad.
Ha sido muy bella y he aprendido mucho más, y le agradezco a los profesores por sus enseñanzas y también a los patrocinadores, esperando contar siempre con su apoyo porque es de mucha importancia para mí, mis compañeros y también para mi familia, y prepararme para el futuro.
Los obstáculos con que se vive acá en Guatemala son en el área de salud. Muchas veces no se tiene el acceso adecuado para poder tener una buena medicina, un centro de salud cercano, están a largas distancias. En el área educativa no se cuenta con los establecimientos adecuados para las personas o niños que quieran prepararse secularmente. La falta de oportunidad de una fuente de trabajo para las personas es un gran obstáculo que muchas veces tiende a que las personas emigren a otros lugares, aún a otros países, por falta de tener la oportunidad de tener un trabajo estable y sustentable económicamente.
Los desafíos de vivir en Guatemala para mí, pues uno de los principales es la economía, y para ello pues nosotros como guatemaltecos debemos de unirnos para tener fuerza para combatir la pobreza en nuestro municipio, en las comunidades, y nosotros realizamos los que son proyectos con padres de familia, con niños, para poder ayudar a familias de escasos recursos.
Me gusta que dan muchas oportunidades allí, mis hijos aprenden, les enseñan muy bien los maestros que están ahí en la clínica. Son muy buenos maestros y le doy gracias a Dios porque les han dado buenas oportunidades ahí, como de crear pollos también, cultivar hortalizas y muchas cosas más.
Sí, me encantaría porque yo en él he aprendido los números y las vocales, y también quiero aprender a leer, sobre todo porque quiero un mejor nivel de educación.
Dentro de los beneficios que obtiene la comunidad con la ampliación del centro de reforzamiento escolar SewHope, pues son varios. En este caso, pues es de mucha ayuda para los niños de nuestra comunidad, ya que pues es un barrio, una comunidad que se caracteriza por tener familias de escasos recursos, ¿verdad? Los beneficios pueden ser, por ejemplo, reforzamiento en lo que son las tareas escolares, también lo que es el reforzamiento en lo que es la tecnología. En la comunidad pues siempre va a tener un impacto positivo, ya que es de beneficio para lo que es la niñez y la juventud, la adolescencia, ¿verdad? Ya que pues son centros de formación en donde los niños, jóvenes, adolescentes pues reciben conocimientos, formación académica, ¿verdad? Valores. Entonces el impacto pues definitivamente podemos decir que es positivo.
Thank you everyone for attending tonight and learning about our work. I'm excited to say that so far we've raised $110,000 tonight, and remember that our silent auction is open till 8:30 tonight. I want to give very special thanks to Mark Bagansky, the chicken guy who served as our MC, and many thanks to Grace Community Church for providing this facility and video equipment for our virtual event. And without Nick Easley and Emily Osborne and their impressive computer video skills, this event would never have been possible. And last, just one more shout out to Gloria Bagansky and Cecilia Chowdhury, our board of directors, and all of you who have made this event a great success. Thank you. Again, our silent auction will remain open till 8:30. Now stay logged in and do some kitchen dancing while you all enjoy fantastic music from our friends Dan and Don, who have donated their musical talents to us at every LEAP event for the last 11 years. Good night.
Hello, SewHope. We're the Dan and Don Show. Thanks so much for including us again in this wonderful, wonderful time. We've been with you every year that we can remember, and want to be thanking you for including us. Whatever you do, listen for a while, have a great time, and at the end, throw the money at the benefit. Thanks so much again for including us, and here we go. 1, 2, 3.
I like the way your sparkling earrings lay up against your skin so brown. I wanna sleep with you in the desert tonight, with the million stars all around. I get a peaceful, easy feeling. I know you won't let me down, 'cause I'm already standing on the ground. I found out a long time ago what a woman can do to your soul. Well, now she can't take you anywhere that you don't already know how to go. 'Cause I get a peaceful, easy feeling. I know let me down. I'm already standing on the ground. I get a peaceful, easy feeling. I know you won't let me down. Well, I'm already standing on the ground. Now I get this feeling that I may know you as a lover and a friend, but this voice keeps whispering in my other ear, tells me that I may never see you again. I get a peaceful, easy feeling. I know you won't let me down. I'm already standing. Don't you know I'm already standing? I said, ooh, I'm already standing on the ground. Men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Shall I stay? Would it be a sin if I can't help falling in love with you? Like a river flows surely to the sea, and so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't help boats, surely to the sea. Darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love with you, for I can't help falling in love with you. Heading down south to the land of the pines, up on my way to North Carolina, staring up the road, ready to go to see headlights. Made it down the coast, 17 hours, picking me a bouquet of dogwood flowers, and I'm hoping for a ride to see my baby tonight. Oh, rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, mama, rock me. Oh, rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like the southbound train. Hey, mama, rock me. Oh, running from the cut you like a knife, lips that taste like sweet red wine, pretty legs go to heaven every time. Got a gentle way that puts me at ease. She walks in the room, I can hardly breathe. Got a gentle make me smile like a grown man turns knees. She's got whatever it is, blows me away. She's everything I want to say to a woman, couldn't find the words to say. She's got whatever it is, don't know what to do. 'Cause every time I try to tell her how I feel, from inside I love you. She's got whatever it is. You know I've never been the type that would ever want to stay. Bring her home at night, they're gone the next day. That all changed, she walked into my life. People ask me what it is, tell them I don't know. Something about the woman makes my heart go deep. She's going my way. She's got whatever it is, blows me away. She's everything I want to say to a woman, couldn't find the words to say. She's got whatever it is, I don't know what to do. Oh no, 'cause every time I try to tell her how I feel, from inside I know. She's got whatever it is. When she loves me, I can look, I feel. When she loves me, I am on top of the world. When she loves me, I can live forever. When she loves me, I am untouchable. She's got whatever it is, blows me away. She's everything I want to say to a woman, couldn't find the words to say. She's got whatever it is, I don't know what to do. Oh no, 'cause every time I try to tell her how I feel, inside I know. She's got whatever it is. Whatever it is. Sitting in the morning sun, I'll be sitting when the evening comes, watching the ships roll in, and I watch them roll away again. And so I'm just gonna sit on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. I left my home in Georgia, headed for the Frisco Bay. I have nothing to live for. Looks like nothing's gonna come my way. So I'm just gonna sit on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. Looks like nothing's gonna change. Everything still remains the same now. I can't do what people tell me to do, so I guess I'll remain the same. Sitting here resting my bones, 'cause this loneliness won't leave me alone. 2,000 miles I roam, just to make this dock my home. So wasting time. Sit on the dock of the bay, watching the time roll away. Sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. Looks like nothing's gonna change. Everything still remains the same now. To make this not my home, so I'm just gonna sit on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. Precisely what you mean to say. You're sincerely wishing away. Give me your answer, fill in a form. Mine forevermore. Will still need me, will still feed me when I'm 64. Ooh.
We'd like to thank the Madison Avenue Social Club for allowing us to use their space to help out.
Girls' faces form My lonely days are over, and life is lonesome. At last, the skies up upon you. My heart was wrapped in the night I left you. I found a dream that I can speak to, a dream that I can call my own. I found a thrill to press my cheek to, a thrill I've never known. You smile, and then the spell was cast, and here we are in heaven. For you are mine. That I could speak to, a dream that I can call my own. I found a thrill to rest my cheek to, a thrill I've never known. You smile, and then the spell was cast, and here we are in heaven, yeah. For you are mine, and thank you very much, folks. Thanks for having us. Have a great night. I hope you have a fabulous event. We'll see you next time when it's all of us together.
Hi, I'm Don.
And I'm Dan.
Of the Dan and Don Show.
That's right.
That's right. And it has been our pleasure to make this video for you for the 2021 SewHope event. We so wish to be together again soon. And hopefully we all will.
We look forward to being with you next year and singing more songs and trying to do a lot more things that are lots of fun when we're together. But this year, do your best, stay together, and stay safe. Thanks for having us.